Hello and welcome to the Complete Alpine Snow Tour with me, Sam, and the Complete Alpine Snow team. The show is dedicated to you getting the best out of your skiing holiday. As part of this travel show, we're going to tell you where to eat, where to ski, where to stay, where to hire your skis, and ultimately how to get there. Finally, we're going to tell you all about budgets. So without further delay, let's get into our first review. So today we're going to be talking all about Anzere, which is one of our most favourite resorts. We go back year after year. The beautiful thing about Anzere is it is right outside of the tourist trap, so it's always quiet. You can always get to the bottom of the run and not have to queue. The beauty about it is right next to Crown Montana, and it is dead straightforward and easy to get to. So let's go into the piste map. Okay, so as we previously mentioned, Anzere is a small resort. And depending on your competency, you will be able to ski the entire piste map within one day. If you're a bit of an intermediate, you're probably looking at 2 days to ski the entire range, but it is a challenge to do it all in one day, but you can do it. So, top runs for Anzere. We start with the Mask, which is the first black run, the Com, which is the first red run, the Bowl at the top, which are all blues and greens, and then finally Le Rousse and the Louis, which are both blues/greens off the back of the Com. Now the Mask, we suggest you ski first thing, because that is when it is bashed and when the snow conditions are right. If you do it at the end of the day, it is a bit shit. It's icy and it's cold and challenging, but it is worth that bit at the bottom when you get there. The Com, always good, always fluffy snow down there. When you get to the bottom of the Com, that is when it splits off to the rest of the ski runs. To the right, we have the Cannon Run, which then goes off into the Louis. The Louis is blues, wide blues with T-bars on the lifts, but you can spend a whole day there and there is a snow rock in between. They split off into two, left or right, little bars on the way down as well, but it's nice wide sweeping turns, and you've got a great view of the valley as well. If you go off to the left, that takes you to Le Rousse. Now we can spend all day at Le Rousse because although it is one run, you start at the top all the way to the bottom. It is a blue/green when you get into through the trees, but it's nice and long, plenty of places to have a little break if you fancy a little break, and then once again chairlift to the top with a bar and a coffee at the bottom. You can probably do about 2 to 3 runs before it gets to about lunchtime, and then you're only going to want to go and do more. Finally, you do have to get all the way back to the top using a T-bar and chairs. The last one being a T-bar, and there is a little walk at the top. We then finish off with another run down the Mask, which is the black, but if you've had a bit of enough, you can go down in the gondola as well. Finally, at the bottom of the gondola, the telecabine, plenty of places to have a little beer, have a little drink, watch the sun come down right at the end of the day, and watch these mountain peaks turn pink, which is absolutely outstanding in Anzere. Okay, so let's go see some of our favourite footage from the skiing of Anzere. Righto, so the biggest cost of your holiday is always going to be getting there. And there's always the question of, Do we fly or do we drive? Do we go on a package or do we sort it ourselves? With Anzere, we always drive. The benefits of driving is you can stop as often as you like, you can throw your skis in the back of the car and not worry about them, but also it's a lovely little trip, as providing you don't have an accident in terms of in front of you in traffic. Now, the next key element is how much does it cost to get there? So, you're looking at around £130 for a shuttle. This is Le Shuttle, the Channel Tunnel, and you're looking at about £90 with a car that will do 50 miles per gallon, which would traditionally be a diesel, which is from the AA websites in terms of what the cost would be. That is £90 for a tank of fuel. That is one way. Now, the other thing to bring into that is you have got the toll roads, which are about £2 here and there. Spare change to get through. The journey will take you about 11 hours, depending on how heavy your right foot is, and also traffic depending as well. We normally go 4 people to a car. That breaks that £90 of a fuel tank down between 4, and also that Channel Tunnel crossing cost down into 4 as well. Finally, the ultimate thing obviously you just need to think of is when you're travelling on a continent, you do need that first aid kit and spare bulbs, just in case someone does ask any questions. You've got that in there as well. Okay, so we are at Anzere and we have managed it ourselves without a package holiday, and we're thinking, what have we got to eat? So there are lots of places to eat, but it does get expensive if you choose to eat out every night. But if you want some authentic Swiss food, which obviously is a favourite as mine, as you can probably tell, there is plenty of little restaurants with authentic Swiss food for your raclette, crevette de fromage in the main square of Anzere. But if that's not what you fancy and you want to go for something a bit more easy and quick, then there is no shortage of places to get your burgers, bits and pieces like that, which we do tend to steer away from. Finally, if you are going on a budget, there is a co-op in the centre of town. In there, it's very reasonably priced, and then you can bring it back and obviously cook it up yourselves within the chalet, where traditionally all chalets have all the cooking equipment and kitchenette that you need. What have we got in store for this evening, Pete?
We have got a lovely vegetable curry.
Is that?
So got a
you don't like that little
perfect. No, I didn't like that.
It's dramatic.
Perfect chicken curry.
Finally, to save a little bit of money, what we've done in the past is every party that goes makes a meal, takes it with them in the car, and then you've got food ready that just needs reheating in the evening when you're done skiing. And the beauty of that is you can après ski for as long as you want, and then just throw it when you had a bit of a skinful in the microwave or in the oven to heat up whenever you're ready. Please leave a comment down below, because one of you will be selected at random to win this set of K2 Press skis for your next skiing holiday, supplied by me. In addition to that, if we can get this video to 1,000 likes, I will review these antique skis on the slopes personally to see how they fare up in today's game. So if you want to see that, hit that like button. So burning question is, where are we going to stay? We would recommend using Madame Traxel's in Anzere for your direct booking for a room. You're looking at about 1,800 Swiss francs, which equates to around £1,500 in today's currency exchange, for a 6-berth room for a week, which will sleep up to 6 people. So you can divide that cost down between 6, and there is your cost between one person. We always book through Madame Traxel's for Anzere because they're extremely reliable and the facilities are absolutely outstanding. Every room you get a kitchen there, bedding, loads of space, they're cleaned well, and generally you can ski right up to the back of your apartment door. Okay, so you don't have your own ski boots, you don't have your own skis, so there's an extra cost there which you're going to have to fork out for when you get to your resort. So, for us there is only one place to rent your skis, and that is Crazy Corner. Crazy Corner, right next to the co-op in Anzere, so everything is all nice and conveniently placed, and also straight out of the chalet buildings as well. Crazy Corner only offer the best and most recent skiing equipment. They also take a lot of care into making sure that you are comfortable in your boots, which is absolutely key. Cost to rent a set of skis and boots, including poles, you're looking at about 260 Swiss francs. depending on your ability. It does come down a little bit if you are intermediate, but if you want to go for the pro skiing, then you do pay around 260 Swiss francs for boots and skis. But they will take care of you, and if you need to change your boots and skis, you can pop back and see them at any point and they'll sort that out for you there and then. The cost of a lift pass in Anzere for 7 days is 260 Swiss francs. You're looking at £240. That is as an adult skier for 7 days access to the slopes. So we absolutely love Anzere. It really is a hidden gem, way off the tourist trap, and if you can go outside of the school holidays, then there will be no queues absolutely anywhere. It's going to cost you about £600 to get there, unless of course you do have to hire your skis, then you're looking at about £800 in addition, plus food. That is per person. So in the meantime, thank you very much for joining myself, Sam, and the complete Alpine Snow team for Anzere. Please leave a like button and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you for future resort reviews.